Hello guys, back with another video. And for this topic, we're going to dive into why some of us can eat things like cheese, yogurt, ice cream, drink milk, and others simply can't. And it's honestly kind of wild how simple it is once you look at the science behind it. So once again, I'm going to use my notes to try to best explain how I processed this topic. Alrighty, so you remember the vault that we talked about in the last video, right? The DNA, the nucleus. Okay, well, inside that vault, we all have this blueprint called the LCT gene. So basically, the factory, right? The factory with the nucleus, the vault, the DNA, the ribosome, the workshop, it's kind of like an instruction manual for making a protein called lactase. Now, think of lactase like a little pair of scissors that snaps the sugar in half so that our bodies can actually handle it. Back in the day, humans were only supposed to drink milk as babies. So once we grew up, our bodies would just kind of flip an off switch. And the delivery driver, the mRNA, would stop taking those instructions to the workshop, the ribosome. And the factory would stop making those scissors. No scissors, no milk. But a long time ago, some people ended up with a tiny mutation, basically a typo in their DNA. It didn't change the instructions, it broke the off switch. So for those people, the delivery driver, the mRNA, never stops working. It keeps carrying those notes to the workshop, the ribosome, forever. That's the phenotype. So it just means the physical way that they turned out. The factory stays open, so they can keep eating cheese and ice cream as adults without getting sick. Why did it stick around in a whole population? Well, thousands of years ago, in places like Europe and Africa, people started to keep cows. Back then, food was really hard to find, and water wasn't always clean, but milk was a superfood. So the people who had that broken switch, the mutation, lived longer because they had something to eat when everyone else was starving. They had more kids, passed on that glitch, and eventually it became the normal way to be in those areas. It's just a tiny mistake in the DNA that ended up being a huge win for survival. It's pretty cool that that broken light switch in our cells is the only reason why we have pizza and lattes today. Anyway, that's my breakdown. I hope it helped someone, and I'm out.